Good afternoon, everyone. So, first of all, I would like to say that I'm not a developer. I'm not belonging to any organization. I'm basically a client who has been using ERPNext for like roughly 2 years, and we have found some amazing results. So it was like back in around COVID days when we were looking for a solution, that would help us deal with the dynamics of our industry. I basically belong to a business family. We are into manufacturing of submersible pumps and motors. Our products are majorly used in agricultural industries where there is a need of water, and generally farmers depend on like in summers and in like extreme winters for to fulfill the needs of the water. So being a highly seasonal industry, like we don't know how the demand changes, like because weather forecasts are there, but generally a slight change in weather pattern changes a lot, and the product that we like pump as a product is basically very dynamic. So it depends a lot on the conditions of the land that basically are every 100 200 kilometers due to soil conditions, electricity conditions, and a lot of other parameters. There are various modifications in the product, and being a pump industry, we like to call it more as a product plus service industry, because any issues in our product has to be resolved immediately at the farmers end, because without water it becomes very difficult to do the farming and to do agriculture. So ERPNext has basically been a boon to us for like last 2 years. These were the major challenges that we were facing initially, and like within over the period of time during the implementation, most of these challenges have helped us, like not in just improving our own internal processes and supply chain, but also helping our customers to get a better service, to be able to use the product and use the things more efficiently. So I'll talk, basically this is a small journey of like what we do. Basically any organization is built out of various processes. So all the processes like have to be done to ensure the things go through. Any process, any organization, to optimize its work, to optimize its speed and to become more efficient, can do so by doing only 4 things to any operation. The best thing to do is to eliminate a process if it's possible. If it's not possible, you automate the process. If you cannot automate the process, you try to reduce the process so that the time and energy is reduced. Or if you cannot do that, you have to standardize the process. So for us, we have, after using the ERPNext, like a lot of processes which were going on towards which were going towards the skill of the people, we have been able to standardize them, and a lot of processes which were standardized initially, we have been able to automate them, which has helped us in like moving to the next level, and moving from just managing the processes to taking it to the next level. Also, these tools that I have shown on the right, like we used to rely on a lot of these tools. There was a lot of gap between the data that we were managing at different places, and ERPNext thankfully has helped us in not only not removing these tools from our place, but also like we now never need to think about having or needing any other tool ever in our life. So these were a few things like which I personally felt that they would have never been possible without the ERPNext, without the initiative that we have taken, and without the contribution of everyone. So a few things that I would like to say from the client's perspective, like what a client thinks, or how a SME client or someone who's doing like who's into those into the SME range is thinking about when he or she's like thinking about changing his software, or like what decision or what he thinks basically about when he's making a decision of the software. So most of us, like the first common thing that we have is that we are looking for a solution that is affordable and that helps us in solving the particular problem that we have at our end. So ERPNext is everywhere. We can use it to solve every problem, and we already have had many cases of doing that. After that, once we are assured that this is the solution that can help us to solve the problem, we look for whether after the development and after the onboarding has happened, will we be able to resolve, if there are any issues in future, or if we want any development. And so after sales support, like after development and after initial process makes a lot of difference to whether the particular implementation will go through or whether the particular decision will be made or not. Plus, after that has been assured, what we look for is, let's say today if I'm getting 100 orders and tomorrow suddenly the sales spike up, or tomorrow something goes up, whether the solution that I'm using will be flexible enough to meet those demands, or whether it will be like whether I don't need to rely on or move on some other solution or not. And that is something that, like, as a ERPNext, we know that we can easily do that, and that is something that is a big pain point which some of the SME owners think, and that is something that we can highlight. Plus, after that, like most of the way how people are currently using the softwares, like they have heard it from somewhere. Like, these guys are using this software, it's working in this industry, so let's also just, without thinking, go ahead and, start using the software. So a social proof of how, a case, case studies of how, we have implemented this and how we have not only just solved the basic problem, but predicted the future problems, have solved those problems, can actually help us in, winning the confidence of the client and ensuring that, the solution that we provide will remain with him forever. So certain things as a client, more like small things I would like to share, that what we think is like how, making the process of initiating, sales, or initiating like discovery, how to, improve the process of discovering and ERP, and, basically ensuring that we go, because we have the best product here, but it's just that we need to, pitch, like have it in the right way to our customers, so that we are sure that we'll definitely crack it. So just I'll make it very quick. So 3 stages of closing of a client are basically, we have to first stage is inspiring them, then is auditioning them, and third is preparing an offer. So inspiring a client, like there are today, like instead of just waiting or having some leads or some references, what we can do is, or what most of the players are doing is, they are creating content, they are creating, they know that these are a few problems of our industry, like simple things like what is the current state of the players versus what can be the desired state after using ERPNext. Some 5-point checklist that can help them grow their business, and how ERPNext can have them implement that. 8 reasons why, we could just, create some basic content on 8-10 reasons why, people are moving to ERPNext, and how ERPNext is actually changing their lives. Sharing this content, having PDFs, writing blogs, sharing case studies, having some testimonials from like big players. We have some video demonstrations, demo links of, as a client, so you can see the software, it's already available on public. Sharing some personalized videos, like a very small case I would like to say, we have a complete CMS development, like we can build websites over ERP. So basically, we can, go to a client, we can see that this is their current website, we can simply show them like this is what we can build on ERPNext, and this is how like it can help you affect your overall business. Second thing after getting the clients is auditioning the client, which I feel is very important, because even in our case, like implementing an ERP is not just about, writing a piece of code and having the organization, doing entries and all. It's about understanding how the people think in the organization. It's about understanding, whether there are any gaps or not. So it may be true that an owner of an organization is very excited to go ahead, but the team is not that interested. So having a basic form in the beginning, asking about their current state, can actually help us in knowing whether we need some additional content to support them or not. I'll take a simple case. Let's say, based on the initial auditioning, we come to know that the owner wants to implement a solution, but he's not sure whether the solution is 100% or not, but he's still going into that. So we have a feature in our ERPNext that is basically creating email campaigns. We can create a list of content. We can, for 7 days, 10 days, we can send them emails, and we can tell this is how ERPNext is basically helping us in, helping us solve the problem. And it can actually help us in building a better mindset over the period of implementation. Third step is preparing an offer, basically. So we can highlight how the desired situation can be achieved through ERPNext.
Excuse me, can we run through it very fast?
Yeah. And just asking a question after preparing the offer is that if we want the person to actually go through the offer, then why would I not buy this offer, or why would I not go through this offer and then preparing your offer if there are any revisions made? Lastly, I would share 2 tools that we can use to, reach out to more number of clients. First is Vidyard. If you have heard through this, it's basically a small extension on the Google Chrome wherein you can create personalized screen sharing videos. And second one is the D7 Lead Finder. It's a very simple tool. It's a website. You can go to it. There's a small video, but I don't think it would play. Skip it. Yeah, you can just put in like what kind of leads are looking for, and within seconds it would extract you the details of all those companies and everyone, which can help you to reach out to them directly through personalization and the methods we discussed. So thank you very much. Hope.